he's just panning and tilting on to a pan. Or I guess you could say he panned onto that pan. Okay, again, like there's nothing wrong with this transition. Like, you know, that's a fairly good whip transition in terms of like the actual shot. But why are we panning from like an okay shot of this sort of view into just a pan? What is up, creators? This is Tom. Welcome back to another video. I've got an interesting one for you today, something a little bit different on the channel. So TikTok, as I'm sure you're all aware, has been completely blowing up lately. And this isn't a platform that I've massively explored, but I thought what would be a fun thing to do is to sort of jump into TikTok and see what the filmmaking scene is all about there. Have a look at some of the almost like viral videos that are going on TikTok. So if you don't know me, my name is Tom. I create videos here on YouTube about filmmaking, photography, and content creation in general. I also produce videos and take photos full-time for my job. So my sort of commentary in this video is from the perspective of someone who makes a living with video. Whilst of course we will be looking at some cringy ones, there will also be some filmmaking gold, some internet filmmaking celebrities spattered in there. So without further ado, let's check it out and have a look. All right, so we're following with a phone. Oh God, crazy rotations. Wow. Okay, we got a Vertigo Effect going on. That had 13,500 likes. Yeah, that's a bit of a bizarre video to kick off with. I mean, it's quite a cool effect. That's what we call a Vertigo Effect in filmmaking. Very cool to see it done like that on a phone. But yeah, I mean, to be honest, I'm just getting dizzy more than anything else. Okay, next one, we have an epic B-roll. This looks like it's heavily inspired by Daniel Schiffer or James Matthews. This sort of style of B-roll is like crazy popular on YouTube, has been popular online, has definitely influenced this sort of TikTok culture. This is a good like attempt, to be honest. I think the only thing is there's just a bit too much going on, a bit too much motion. The transitions are a bit whizzy. If you watch these bigger creators like the Daniel Schiffer, James Matthews, it is done with a little bit more class in terms of the transitions and the sort of everything is chosen and it's just a bit more selective, and that's definitely something which I've tried to incorporate in my product videos. It's just to make things a little bit more intentional versus like, oh, pan over here and I'll pan over there. That's definitely not always the best option. Okay, this is a good one. This is a Zach King. I'm gonna have to watch this a few times. That is okay, so he's reaching through the TV screen. That is absolutely wild. Zach King makes some of the best internet videos. He's an unbelievably incredible filmmaker. These sort of super short little snippets of like VFX stuff, and like even I think if I watched that 3-4 times over, I won't fully understand how he did it, even though he's posted the behind the scenes. That's actually a bit more practical than some of his effects. He does do a lot of sort of VFX, but that is a very, very impressive video with the split screen down the middle to make it sell. Absolutely awesome. Yeah, sometimes it is like that with client work. This is not a particularly cringy TikTok, but this is a true TikTok without a doubt. Sometimes, not all your clients, just some of them. Okay, recurring trend with these videos and these videographers. The worst sort of culprits of like these slightly bizarre panning, tilting, whipping videos are often like travel videographers in Bali. So we got one here. Like this is, okay, so he's panning against the water and then like whips it down. And the caption is how to like slow motion shot, smooth video. But the shot is literally just him panning down into some water. Yeah, you know, again, I don't want to turn this just into like a bashing fest, but maybe just this one just needs a little bit better shot selection. The shot is actually nice, but the subject matter just sort of panning into the water, maybe not fantastic. All right, we got another one here. This is, oh, there's some whipping going on in this one. We got a whip, oh, a nice walking shot there. Handheld stuff. Film My Hand by Sam Newton.
Yeah, just film your hand. Ooh, I can backflip. No, yeah, that one's important.
I'm not a filmmaker. I'm a content creator.
Okay, oh my God, okay. Wow. Okay, so this is one of these times where like this guy clearly knows what he's doing in terms of a video, in terms of producing a video, editing a video, but there's just way too much going on. Like this is not a nice travel video because there's just a bit too much going on. You know, if the intention of this video is just showing off some cool effects and, you know, putting a slick sort of quick fast motion sequence together, then fine. But in terms of an actual piece of work, I would just be much more selective with the pace, and the filming your hand shots are personally a bit much. Okay, so we got a green screen going on with some fishing wire. This is okay. Wow, there's a lot going on here. Let's see what the final result is like. I just fully just spat on myself there. He had me in the first half of this video. I thought this was going to be a ridiculous B-roll video, but he's played me. He's played me for a fool. El Bueno Nascar, that is a good video, and you definitely made me laugh. Okay, so we have another sort of travel videographer. You'll see what I mean here. He's just panning and tilting on to a pan. Or I guess you could say he panned onto that pan. Okay, again, like there's nothing wrong with this transition. Like, you know, that's a fairly good whip transition in terms of like the actual shot. But why are we panning from like an okay shot of this sort of view? It's maybe a bit of a dark, dingy day, but that's about it. Into just a pan. Unless the joke is that it's a pan onto a pan. Well, it's actually a tilt onto the pan. But, you know, like that is a you know, a relatively nice transition that is just a bit bizarre in this context. I guess the only thing is that it is a fluid transition from this scene onto the pan. But, you know, maybe let's whip it onto a beach or something that has a bit more context to do with the rest of the video. Okay, final one, and this is from a TikToker called Tommy Vision, who is like really popular on the platform, and he definitely won't mind me sort of critiquing this video because, like, you know, he's found enormous success. He's much more successful than me, but this is an interesting video because he clearly knows what he's doing in terms of this transition and this piece. Like, this video is nice in terms of motion and movement and getting really great shots of this sort of market stall. But I think this does a relatively good job in sort of summing up this video, and there's just too much going on. Unless your brief is that you just want a 15-second unbelievably cool sequence of like this fruit and vegetable. If you were shooting this for a client, this is just a ridiculous sequence. You're just never going to have a need for a sequence like this. But hey, you know, it's good for TikTok views. It is an interesting watch for everyone watching it. And yeah, it's just a bit of fun. So, but that sort of sums this one up, guys, to be honest. Those were some filmmaking TikToks. If you haven't downloaded the app yet, go and have a little browse. There's a lot of this sort of like optimized for social, lots of people shooting on phones, that type of thing. So it can be quite fun. Hopefully you have enjoyed this video, a little bit different from stuff that you normally see on the channel. Let me know your thoughts and feedback down below in the comments, and I'll catch you guys next time.